Oh boy. I do hope that the volume's good on that. Because I obviously can't really test it. I say obviously. I need the stream to be going to test it, which is a little tricky. How do I test it? I gotta get this. Well, it's still gonna... Yeah, that would still play it through the PC, which would then double that. Actually, it shouldn't, because it's not recording that. Should be fine. But yes, hello! I know, what a surprise! Sort of, kind of is, I'm sure. But hello! I know, what a surprise! Sort of, kind of is, I'm sure. But hello! I know, what a... Yeah, okay, actually. Oh, it actually played through. That's interesting. Anyway. Got it the one time. We're fine now. I guess I'll note down that, like... Was it like 47? Minus 47 decibels is around the area I want to be for background audio. So that is that. I don't know about that. But I'm doing decent. Hopefully you are as well. But, I mean, okay. Beside it being warm, it's not hot per se. Okay, it's maybe like 82, but I only have the one fan. I have no AC. The fan's actually doing better than I thought it would. So, chicharrones. I almost said chicharrones wrong. Somehow, even though I know exactly what those are. Have I had them recently? I don't think I have. Not really my favorite, but not bad. I think it does kind of depend on where you get them from, though. Because they can get a little hard if, I guess, if they're stale, technically, is what that'd be. A little tough. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's nice. I know that most of the world is obsessed with them too, also, because crunchy and salty, basic human brain-like things. Yeah. Personally, I prefer, I guess, yeah, fruits or vegetables, and depending on the vegetable. I'm not about to sit here eating beets. But a carrot I'd totally be down for. Crisp. They taste fresh. Well, a little bit sweet, but not too sweet. So it's, I'd argue, the best of multiple worlds. I say both worlds, but there's more layers to it. So, you know, technically more than that. Hmm. I did like them, being my mom was obsessed with them. Still is. I say was. She's very obsessed with them. I think, though, if you do have a Trader Joe's nearby, where's his name? They added, what they call this, some sort of shrimp chips. They're not actual shrimps, they're just shrimp flavored. There's something else, but it's basically like a slightly puffy rice cracker that tastes like shrimp. Very addictive. Similar idea to chicharron. Yes. I don't know which way that would go, technically. The multi-chicharrones, or like, not important. I would say that I like them slightly more though. Don't know why. I think they're a little lighter in flavor. Honestly, they don't technically taste like shrimp, they more taste like, what's it called? Like the sauce you'd use with fish and chips. I can't even remember the name of the herb all of a sudden. Yeah, no, just not gonna bother. It is what it is. Chicharrones were exquisite. Nice. So quick, but nice. Satisfying snack is always good. Okay, arm. Be that way. I did. I know I mentioned last time I was gonna have to do the yard work. I did the front, so we did that. This is good because it's starting to, as I said, get warm again for like a week, and then it's gonna cool down again because the weather is bipolar. I don't know. At least it's not consistently hot the entire time. Want pork rinds? No, but I appreciate the offer. They're not my favorite. I think if they were there and there's nothing else, I'd probably I'd eat them, but I wouldn't go out of my way to get them. Well, like I said, prefer more fresh fruit or vegetables. I'm just weird like that. I know, Fox, you're probably expecting something like chicken or eggs, and I do. I mean, I'm okay with eggs. Like, they're decent. I'm not obsessed with them or anything. Yeah. Ow. It's fine. I wasn't using money anyway. Oh! Another point for the lip of the table. Surprise, I know. The solid wood wins 90% of the time. So I don't know if I can blame it on that time, because it would be the edge of the table regardless. Why is it like perfectly in the way? I've sounded like this before with no issue. Whatever, not important. Oof. Oh yeah, besides the chicharrones, hopefully day's been great. Not too hot down there, I would hope. Even if this whole super El Nino thing is going to come to fruition, it probably will be getting warmer and wetter, I think is how that works. Yeah. Been on vacation as a teacher for a week so you can get back to planning. Truly, the work is never done. And the majority of them won't appreciate it until they're much older. Kids. C'est la vie. Well, I guess technically I have been doing my own planning. Not as concrete or impactful, really, but you know, I've been doing it. Well, if I could remember it more past, like, actually coming up with it, but that's why you should write things down, I suppose. Not ideal, but we make it. Which reminds me, I needed to come up with a bunch of topics for stream, or like ideas at least. Hmm. Yeah. Still on the hunt for what game I'd want to use for background footage, which I guess is the problem, because I don't know. I could default to Zenless Zone Zero again, but just feels like a bad idea. I don't know. First off, the word's not exasperated. I can't remember what the word is, because now I can only think of exasperated, but oh boy. Wound is... That's one word for it. How the hell did I manage that? Exacerbate. Yeah. Or aggravated. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. So I guess that was technically it. But I was thinking of... No, exacerbate. As per... Oh, spelled wrong. That's what it was. Okay. So it's exasperated. Exacerbated, not exasperated. NT, Apple, NT, you almost got it. Very close. But not at all, really, either. But you know, he decided to accumulate another workplace injury. It's a classic, really. I don't know. It's a talent. It's a talent you'd probably be better off without having, but it is one that you do have, so it at least makes for good stories. So, you know, there's that. And don't feel too bad about the spelling thing. Like I can tell when it's wrong usually. I couldn't tell you what it should be, but I can tell you what's wrong. This is like half the battle. Parents meeting them set into a fight because someone wanted blue curtains and others wanted black ones. Classic. I mean, at least they care. That's the takeaway there, is that they care. See, I would have yelled at him for this, but he's technically using text to speech, and he's said he's not looking down at his phone, which I will trust him on. Otherwise, I would have timed him out like I did Weed multiple times. Yeah. Don't text and drive. It's bad. You're not him. Just don't do it. And to those of you who are going to say, but I've done it multiple times, it's been fine. It's like, you don't. That's all well and good. Okay. But it's kind of like, well, I don't know. If you were never at the epicenter of an explosion for most of your life, that's great, but it only needs to happen once to really mess up your day. Yeah? You have to get lucky a lot of times instead of just not adding complications. Yeah. Hmm? Okay. Cool. Hurts and everything else. What do you read off? Semester ended and no one died, but they passed with barely passing grades because they didn't do any work. Plus. Oh, procrastination, my beloved. I don't like procrastination, for the record. I hate it, but you know, it is what it is. An incredibly bad habit that you shouldn't cultivate, for the record. Just do the work early, and then you don't have to worry about it. I know, revolutionary. If the work is finished, then it's done, and you can do whatever then. It's crazy. Do as I say, not as I do. Don't ask where the next video is. Anyway. I don't know if I should feel bad, but I gave them 2 more weeks of work because they weren't doing. Well, crime and punishment, really. Usually the answer lies somewhere in between. You don't want to just do it because it's the thing you're supposed to do, but you also can't avoid doing it because you feel bad, so... You just kind of gotta feel it out. It changes by situation. That's... yeah. It's a really long-winded way of saying it depends. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. This is gonna be a lot of fun. It really does kind of just depend on the person, though. But generally with the kids, if they don't have consequences, they're not going to learn. And then they'll have consequences later that are much larger because they catch up to you eventually. And we'll have to do an intervention project. First will end. So let's do an intervention project. Intervention project sounds ominous. Not gonna lie. Very ominous. Potentially deserved, but ominous. Well, I don't think I've ever had teachers add more work. Well, if it's added... the work added up. Occasionally they'd give, like, an extension if you're working on it, but they'd only give it the one time. Oh. Guess I don't really know. I attempted to actually do my work. Even if it was done at last minute, I did do it. So... I am the wrong person to ask. Yeah. This is all just reminding me of the fact that I have... Oh, right, we were talking about games to use for background footage. I've reaffirmed that I don't like using League. Because... yeah. It's a little intense. I just don't like the balance that it requires. Because Endless Zone Zero is likely there. Maybe Zomboid. I'm hesitant to do Zomboid yet. I still kind of want them to come out with Build 42, but... There's the I do have the Avatar game. The blue people one, not the Cartoon Network one, to be clear. Surface is obviously the best. I don't think I've ever played that a day in my life. I'm gonna be honest. Students are the worst when it comes to teaching because they just ignore you or against too much of the time. Yeah. Not every parent is great at being a parent. It's a learning process. And then some of them don't learn or want to learn, especially these days, because they can just put an iPad in front of their kid, which has zero consequences whatsoever, by the way. Yeah, it's great. It's fine. Doesn't nuke attention spans or anything of the sort. I was gonna add something else, but I realized I couldn't think of anything else, so I didn't. Wasn't the same representative. Because he's great. Because supposed to improve things, nothing happens. Yeah. Yeah. Something they won't realize until they're much older is that you can lie about, you know, your behavior, whether you've done something or not, or if you're good at something or not. Eventually it's going to catch up to you, and it's going to matter that you weren't doing it. Because your boss will say, oh, so then where's the work? You say, I don't have it, I misplaced it, and they'll be like, oh, well, that sucks for you. So anyway. And that'll have a lot of consequences, which will lead up to and or eventually getting fired, because they just care about you doing the work. And that goes for the same if you have like a behavioral problem, or you're bugging people, or you're an asshole. Eventually, just getting enough complaints will make them decide to drop you because obviously something is going on, and at the very least, it's just easier to not have you be part of the equation. Yeah. Actions have consequences. Sometimes inaction has consequences. But they don't really teach a class on that, or lessons on that in general. If they read, they might learn that sooner. Books are good. Books are good for that. Of course, then you have to read between the lines, which is a level of observation that not every... Well, that's also a skill. Let's just put it that way. Also a skill, not... Well, is it a skill? Not eating your hair on accident? Who knows? But yeah, iPad kids. That pendulum, man. That pendulum. No technology. Somewhere in the middle, it's great, and then we hit too much technology, and then we go back, and then we go to quite to no technology, but you know, somewhere close-ish, more towards that side, and then it comes back, and then back, and then eventually society will figure out where the hell the healthy medium is, probably, or the human race will end, one of the two. And their children don't understand the consequences of their actions or blame everything on their parents. Yeah. Hey, if there's one thing League of Legends taught me is that really just sports technically, but especially League, you can only really focus on what you can control. I mean, you can focus on the other stuff, but you can't affect it. Okay. For whatever reason, the average response to asking someone if they could stop inting or just not die is them doing the opposite because internet. Yeah, I don't get it personally. But, you know, just observation. Can't change it. just work on your own stuff, I guess. The point is you can only really affect yourself in terms of what you do and how you react to things. Or better or worse. Oh, I didn't even get started about label idea. Not the game, mind you. Not the game. Yeah, I got to the part where I thought about, okay. Oh, right, because there's the whole... No, I did think about it. Okay, so I just have to find ones that are available for free on the internet. And then it's not a problem of copyright, especially if you link to it and you don't claim ownership, then that's fine. Especially because it's technically... Well, derivative isn't the word, I mean it is technically, sort of, but... It's the word. Kind of Creative Commons, but not really. Basically, you make it your own enough for reading it in this case, for the other channel, that it's different enough that it's fine. CS surfing. My movement in CS is not good enough for that. Not even gonna pretend. I'd have better luck doing that in Deadlock. I don't know if there is a... No, there is actually. I know you get to... But yeah, it's still not great. Maybe War Thunder? This is where... Well, I do own IL2 Stormwick, I just can't record that. Is it where my track IR stuff is? Come to think of it. That's awkward. So what even is Subway Surfers? I don't even know how to get to that. Like, I don't even know where to find that. But I still probably wouldn't, because I don't honestly know if I could play enough of that to get for background footage for any video over 5 minutes long. The zomboid is potential. Counter-Strike's a little too... What's the word for this? I don't want you to pay attention too much. It would. It would, except I don't think my PC could record that. At least not without stressing itself out enough that it would take away from its lifespan mode, which is kind of where I'm just sitting and trying to avoid that. I don't know if it's too intense. Otherwise it would be quite good. Heck, if Arc Raiders wasn't doing whatever the heck that it was in terms of recordability, I could do that. But then, I don't know, it doesn't play greatest with AMD cards, so I... Otherwise, Arc Raiders would be in the running, which would be perfect, because then I could just play a couple of raids and it doesn't matter what happens, because it's background footage. Then, you know, whatever. This kind of matters, because like, it's still on a baseline level of entertainment, you know, but not as... height requirement? Why? The bar wouldn't be set as high as if I was trying to make like an actual video out of it. Rotato and Hades. I don't own Hades, otherwise that would be a pretty solid choice. Steam, what do you... Divers... I don't know about Hutton. Probably not. Showdown, as much as I haven't even played on Showdown in a while, I'm being honest. When did I guess I can check, can I? It says last played. What the hell is Geometry Dash? I've never heard of that in my life. It's been 2 years since I last played on Showdown. Interesting. Not Siege. Not Path of Exile. Still don't. Kind of regret getting that game. I don't really like any of the classes they have. Space Marine 2. Probably not great. Withering Waves. Not really. Zenless, obviously. Doom King. Yeah, that would work. But I don't know. I'm noticing a theme here that I don't own most of the games that would work for being not like mindless, but not as requiring of your attention as a viewer, while still providing like just moderately entertaining background footage. Awkward. Awkward. Well, okay, besides War Thunder, because War Thunder kind of does that, really? It may just end up being War Thunder. Black Desert Online. Unlikely. Unlikely. What arms? That game barely ran, if I remember correctly. Did that change in size? Why is that running over on the edge of the border? Was it just because of War Thunder being long? I don't know. We'll figure that out eventually. Oh. Not Crusader Kings, that is, for sure. Not Cyberpunk. That's definitely not low intensity enough for my PC, never mind. It'd actually be probably okay attention-wise. It might actually be okay. That might maybe actually kind of work. But I haven't played that game in a long time. Don't be fooled by it saying April 6, 2025. It was longer. I think I booted the game up and then closed it because I was like, actually, it's still exactly the same. Probably not. Dishonored. Not worth it. Kickers. Yeah. Ghost of Tsushima. Yep. Still wanted to get that game, or at least the sequel, whatever it was called. But but I don't have that. I do have Elden Ring. I... Can't remember how that ran. Maybe. We'll put it in the list. Shrouded. Well, if it ran better. Maybe. Okay, so we've got War Thunder. Let me just scroll back. War Thunder, Asterix, and Helldivers. I don't... Nah, I probably just want to do that one. I don't like the visual quality that I get with it. So we have War Thunder, we have... maybe Elden Ring. Maybe Enshrouded. Yeah, Football Manager background footage. Why not? No. For Honor. No. Ground Branch. Not likely. That is definitely an accurate way to describe War Thunder. A frustrating addiction. It can be. Isn't always, but it is a very, very, very grindy game. I haven't checked on Mech Warrior in a while. Huh, Kenji. Probably not. I still don't like how abusable the AI is in that game, but decent besides that. Man, Liar's Bar. Funny. Again with the ultra kill agenda. I should have known. Okay, so I don't have that one. Also, it's a little too intense for me for once. Yeah, I don't think that's... It's the sort of game I wouldn't really be able to play that often, or that much of, in one sitting. It's something I need to work on in terms of re-engaging brain, but that's a work in progress. The snail shows no mercy. He doesn't. In fact, the Terminator is still incredibly broken, so that should tell you about their mercy. Mech Warrior Online. I can't remember how that ran last time. Also, the last patch notes they have is for 2 years ago, so maybe we just say no. Oh boy. They have Metaphor Assault Squad 2? Really? Oh. Interesting. But not likely. Lord. Probably not. Well, if I wanted to get age restricted, Ready or Not would be a great one. And if it ran better, because it doesn't run great. Unless they fixed that, but I highly doubt it. That really should have been... That game should have been better than it is. Those crushes everything. Indubitably. Indubitably. It does. Yeah. If they're even halfway competent, there's just no chance. I'll let loose gameplay. I've tried streaming Hell Let Loose, and I know that didn't go super well. I haven't tried just recording it though. Mayhaps. It might not be super reliable, but I could see it working sometimes. So I've got War Thunder, Light Asterix maybe on an Elden Ring. Oh god, there's... No, right now I said no to Helldivers. Wow, we really are just at the War Thunder, Vintage of Elden Ring, and it's in front of my face. Hello, this other hell game, right? What are the gotcha? Well, there's always neverness to everness. I should probably use Endless for this one because I still need to grind a little bit on that. I still won't use Uma Musume because I can't use any of the concerts, which is like half of the game, let's be honest. That's the real meat and potatoes, is the experience. But you can't. Yet also, I'd argue they really don't need money. I think they get plenty of money. Considering the average for like pay to pull for a character is like $200 or something. I think they're fine. I think they're fine. But Endless could work. I haven't tried recording NDE. That's a dangerous acronym. But maybe. I wanted to play more of that, kind of. I sort of forgot about it. And I did like its combat more than... Oh, what was the other one? Factory Simulator, the game. Yeah, I don't remember the name. Unfortunate. Aunt Hunter. I don't know what that is. Remote classic, but no, that's not active enough. Anything else I could use? Some yeah, Street Fighter. Probably not. Oh, Splinter Cell. I miss you. I guess there's World of Warships, technically. Yeah. I'm kind of on it, but it's not the worst. Alright, so not Wooba. War Thunder, we have Elden Ring, we have Let Loose, assorted gacha games, and maybe World Warships. This is inevitably going to become a rotation thing. Classic COD games. COD or Halo would be roughly the right intensity, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know the most recent one for COD or Battlefield for that matter, which would also work. War Dogs, excited for you. Please don't shit the bed. Please. Or even Marathon, because Marathon is a little more quick moving than ABI. Not sure how long Marathon's gonna be around. You know, Bungie's downsizing. Awkward. But you know, I'm hoping, because it's everyone who plays Marathon seems to like Marathon, which is funny because it looked horrible during their playtest, which was not great for the game. Also, then Arc Raiders exists, but then Arc Raiders just kind of killed the goodwill community. If we're being realistic, Arc Raiders is only good for like coming back to occasionally when they add new updates. Kind of like WoW, funnily enough, which I haven't played, but I've heard that about it. Which, it's fine, it's just not really what I was looking for. And fighting games are the rotation, fighting games are peak. Okay, see, I want... And I am admittedly a little more interested in the new Avatar game, but obviously they can't get that yet, so... Maybe eventually. And if I'd like Azula in the game, because that's... yeah. Favorite character. But... I'm not the greatest at fighting games because I haven't really played fighting games at all. Although they are adding Lux into 2x KO, which means I could run Ari Lux. Which isn't Neferi Ari by any means. Nice voice crack. But maybe. Maybe. And if by LOL you mean League of Legends, no. No. Maybe. Okay, maybe. I do play the game enough, although I've played it less lately because it's been... well, okay, it's summer. Little known fact about summer, that means that the kids aren't in school anymore. And so they're online, because why would they be outside? Which means the average quality of lobbies has decreased significantly. As it was invaded by people with significantly less attention span and desire to actually work with their teammates for some reason. iPads. Also, I think it really, really benefits kids to play at least a sport when they're younger. Learn teamwork. You're gonna need it for your entire life. Guaranteed. You will need it. Every job, everything you could do, you will need to know how to work with a team. It's to your own benefit. Roblox. I've never downloaded Roblox. I don't know if I want to download Roblox. Oh. I should probably be making a list of this. They in CS2. Oh, not only are they dumb, they're racist. Which kind of goes hand in hand, really, but you know. The classic, really. So way past their bedtime. 3 a.m. gaming is What do you mean 3 a.m.? And 3 a.m. is inarguably degenerate, so like now it makes more sense. If you're gaming at 3 a.m. in whatever your time zone is, expect degeneracy. It's just inevitable. Or someone being high and really, really chill and relaxed, or just really, really chill and relaxed. Kind of multiple. Maybe sleeping problems? Relatable. Also, my condolences. That's all I've got. But what time zone is that, if you don't mind? 'Cause I don't... That's not Japan time, it's like 6 a.m. Japan time or something, I think. I can't get more than 4 hours of consecutive sleep ever. Oh. Well, that sucks. Oh, I Oh, not like right now. Okay, I thought you meant like right now. I was like, oh, what? It's not 3 a.m. in Ohio right now. In general. Okay, that makes more sense. Ohio. I guess my double condolences. I don't hear great things about Ohio. I've never been to Ohio, but I don't hear great things. Hmm. Damn. Yeah. Did I ever mention? I think I mentioned state before. Yeah. Anyway, Oregon, not exactly Ohio, but a lot of Confederates, surprisingly. But I guess those exist in Portland too, so if you're talking about surprising, considering how generally liberal Oregon is considered to be, yeah. But that's the weird, because like logically you'd expect that further south, but apparently not. Odd. The world is an interesting place. Not always great, but it is interesting. Oh, that's what I was doing. I'll just put it in this folder. Why not? Do you have anything else that could work? No? Okay, new. Next document. Backward games. War Thunder, which is 2 words? 1 word? 2 words. It is 2 words. The cornfields make people go crazy. Oh no. So I don't have any Star. Well, what is it called? No, now I can't remember the name of this one Star Wars game. The RTS one. Which I don't even see. Empire at War. Right. Classic. Classic. I haven't played it forever, but it does exist. Elden Ring. Hell Let Loose. Which I haven't checked on in not loosed. Loose. I should really check on that again at some point. NTE, ZZZ. I hesitate to put Wuthering Waves. I love the story of Wuthering Waves, but the gameplay is not the most riveting or coherent. What else was brought up? Let Liz. Oh, right, fighting game. Which is 2x KO and I'll just put other fighting games. If I could spells fighting correctly. And there was one a world. Don't include World of Warships, really. It's an option. World of Warships. Alright. War Thunder, Elden Ring, Hell Let Loose, NTE, ZZZ, 2XQ, other fighting games, because I don't know if I want to include Street Fighter 6, and I don't have the Avatar one, so. In the World of Warships. I think that is all of them. I feel like I'm missing Zomboid. Of course. All right. I think that's it now. I think that's all of the ones that I was gonna add CS, because of course. Just cause. Just for posterity. Okay. Well, that's that. We've now committed chores on stream. I know. Heinous and dastardly. But it does mean that it's done, which is good from your perspective, because that means more content. I'm just saying. You should be thanking me, really, if you think about it. Not too hard, but just think about it a little bit. Just kind of light thinking. Now the question is, what now? I was gonna say anytime, but I guess that's not really true, is it? I mean, you could load up the VOD at any time, so I guess technically anytime. I know. So humble. CS2 gameplay. The only problem with CS2 is that I have very high standards. And okay. I say somehow, the somehow is boredom. My MMR is cooked. And by cooked, I mean like what, 4,300? And already have negative earnings? Just because my brain gets bored? So basically, how this works is you usually do a good pistol round, as in multiple kills or whatever. Probably do okay the next round. Brain turns off because it's not challenging enough. Do poorly, have to lock in. And then either we win, or almost win, or do not even get close, brain turns off again. So it's a great cycle. Things to work on. Yeah. I don't really know when that started. It started a while ago. Kinda frustrating. I guess this is limited mental energy, maybe? I don't know. Certainly not worrying in the slightest. Zero negative signs there. All fine. Everything's great. Weather is... It could be worse. Weather could be worse. So, you know, it could be worse. I'm just saying. There is no guilt involved in the statement. Only P90 brushes. I have a love-hate relationship with the P90. I'm not gonna lie. I also haven't tried to learn its spray at all, come to think of it. Yeah. No, I haven't. And knowing every other spray in CS, it's gonna be ridiculously complex because you can technically memorize it, but that's just not the way my brain works, because my brain works by doing. Which means I'd have to use it. Yeah. That's something to go very well or very poorly. I don't know which one yet. I want to leave that over here. I think I'm better off leaving that where that is. As well as the cheaters that show up in ranked matches. Upside of being in the depths of CS ranks is there's no cheaters there. They're much higher. But there is them. And I'm not intimidated by any cheater who doesn't up that low, because I shouldn't even be that low. I just need to actually lock in. As boring as that sounds, because it's basically bullying at that point. Oh well, it'll be a good exercise in building up confidence, so there's that. One thing I do know that I'm not going to do, though, is Valorant, because Valorant is just somehow more painful, even though I like the game itself more. Which is funny, because I do better at controlling randomized recoil that Valorant has than the very memorizable recoil that CS2 has. Not even above silver. I don't know what that is in context of like Premiere, but yeah, that's what it has me at in competitive, yeah. Mm. Mm. I'm not planning to solo queue in the game, so it's kind of whatever. I guess I certainly wouldn't solo queue Premiere. And if I did just take a random competitive game, I'd feel the need to like do something to it editing wise. Just to maintain a level of quality. That's competitive. It would be for fun at the end of the day, so. It's probably fine. Maybe. It certainly wouldn't be in every video thing, but I feel like I should. At least showcase it sometimes, because I do play a decent enough amount of it. Until I find another shooter to play that is kind of the only one that I have. Get some rest, I have a terrible cold, and I haven't gotten any rest at all. Oh no. Yeah, go rest. That's being sick is not fun. I do not recommend, and not getting rest will only make it worse, so you know. Go rest. And drink water, of course, and vitamin C. Something minerals. I'm not a doctor. This is very loose medical advice that you should take with a grain of salt. Other than water, you do need water. Although you can also drink too much water, technically. So, you know. Don't wash out. Basically what happens there is you just wash out all of the good minerals and vitamins that you have in your body, and then it's not great, because it's not great. Yeah, I know. Appreciate it. How much that I don't do great with praise? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not awkward at all. What do you mean? No. No. You ever seen an awkward fox? That's like... No. That's fake. I speak that up. Ignore that this is literally just me talking to myself, technically. But, you know. It's not important. Not important information. But yeah. I am getting better at the recoil and CS, so there's that. Ow. At least I have good crosshair placement habits from Valorant, so there's that. And I finally figured out my sense. There we go. Or adjusted to the one that I was using. Happy resting for attacks. Yeah. Yeah. Cats are the best. Incorrect. But you're allowed to be wrong. Foxes are definitely cute. Foxes are cute. Plural, just foxes in general. Just to be clear. So anyway. Yeah. Well, let's not. Which way did that run? Which way did that go? Whatever. Cat software, dog hardware. So, like, you know. This book series ever is about cat. Never read it. Never read it. Yeah. What now? You're a move cat lover. See, I did you a favor because I didn't say cat boy. Just saying. It could have. It was there. It was there. The opening was open. I have never read Warriors. I did read The Guardians of Goldie. I prefer Quirky, but yes. Technically no, I guess. There's autism and quirks beyond that. So, you know, whatever that adds up to. But yeah, I read the OWL version. So there's that. Aaron Hunter series are inferior? Is that done by the same person? I feel like I should know this. Survivors, Seekers, Bravelands, Bamboo. So, no. Okay, so who did do Guardians of Goldie? Catherine Lasky. That's an unfortunate picture. But those were good. Please move. There we go. Okay. Okay, well, I can't do that. Well, let's just see if this works then. Okay, good enough. This is slightly more scuffed because I have not been able to use the VPN today because for whatever reason it doesn't work. Anyway, there you go. By it, I mean the music. Guardians of Goldie. This is the one I was talking about. It's not new by any means. Yeah, it's not new, but they are good. NordVPN. I'm not saying that Nord hasn't done better since their large data breach that they then didn't tell anyone about until after the fact for a while, but I wouldn't trust them. Pointless. No. Talked about the movie. Oh god, no. I don't think I ever watched the movie. I'm not gonna try and watch the movie. Oh, hey, look at that. How did this swap over to them? Whatever. How does that work? I'm confused. Oh, because okay, whatever. Let's not confuse my poor OBS and have it open in the two different things. Anyway. Firmly Molvad VPN? No, good things you heard about Molv? I'm brain not parsing. So I think it's saying use Molvad, which I've never heard of before in my life. Which isn't really saying much. Okay. What is the Molvad controversy? That's always a good start. Just noted. The Swedish counter to the controversial whatever party in Sweden. I don't know who that is. Right-wing populist stances, particularly regarding immigration policies. Ah, yes, politics. Awkward. I see. But yeah, Nord that it's like any company's going to not be perfect necessarily, but the thing with Nord was the not telling people. Swedish government rated them and got nothing. Best advertising ever. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it does get attention. A lot of things politics do. The what? Oh, that's even worse that it zooms in. Oh, that's so much worse. Oh. Yeah, that's meme material. It's everything else that's fine. It's like, whoa. But that was just like, yeah. I don't know why that's so entertaining. I really don't. It's ADHD, but I don't know. Anyway, back to that. Yeah, I have about as much desire to watch the Guardians of Gahuli movie as I do to rewatch the Aragon movie. Which is to say, like, not at all. Oh, you can't even see that. It's behind me. Oh, that's awkward. Wait, why did it... Oh, I see. That's why, because it swapped to the... Okay. Because I swapped it to... It swapped to the Google Chrome tab somehow instead of the Opera GX tab, I guess. Anyway. So yeah, it does this. It's very entertaining. I don't I don't know why it's entertaining, but it is. Continue playing music. I did not give you permission to stop. It's just protest because ad block. I don't know, YouTube. Just give me an option to say, hey, I'm streaming. And so therefore, I'd prefer if you didn't try and give me localized, geolocated advertisements. Thank you. Anyway. I could like imagine some like Russian hard bass song to that. Just toss that in. Yeah, that would go hard. The purpose? What purpose does that serve? Literally nothing, but it would be hilarious. Fuck. That would work too. Yeah, that would also work. Oh. To make an animation. Oh. I was literally thinking about that. The only problem is, like, making that work would be kind of a pain in the ass. Potentially worth it, because I could just toss it in to, like, whatever video as a clip, but... I have an ideas page for a reason. Where is it? Somewhere. Oh, that's story ideas. That's... what is that even for? That's vague. Okay. Sometimes you need help, no matter how capable you are. True, but I don't remember why that was a story prompt. Do I animate or draw? Unfortunately, no. My life would be significantly less complicated if I did. And I do, like I said, I want to start working on 3D animation when my PC is in a more stable position. I might have to just start working on that regardless, but... what do I not have? Okay, well, I guess I'll just make another one. I don't have an actual... oh, there it is. Okay. I knew I had one. I just need to, like, actually type it down. Where the hell is this? I have too many tabs open. Oh no. Can I copy image address? That works. Alright. Yes. Sure. I don't know if that even works. We're gonna test if that works. It does. Alright, well. Lol Lamau. I did sort of subject you to just Al, but that's my bad. I'm sorry. Okay, that's saved. When will I remember that? Who knows? Hate office keyboards. What is an office keyboard? It's very vague. That's not the thing that I wanted to click my OBS. Okay, there we go. P9 rushing thing coming back to the stream. To each their own. Obfuscate. Oh, they're too big. So. So no more luck of the whole W key issue. Unfortunate. Yeah. I don't remember what size. I can check. The box is literally right over here. It is. Hey. You know, that doesn't help. That actually doesn't tell me anything. Oh. Never mind. I can tell you that it has 98 plus 1 keys. I have to stop playing casual to many cheaters. Oh no. Yeah, that is the thing with CS. More so than Valorant by a significant margin. A lot of cheaters, because they don't have anchor. Whatever people will say about Vanguard, it is at least effective. Very complicated friends that played CS. What do you mean? Just you know, they like you. How bad could it be? It's a rhetorical question, but yeah. What do you mean? It's so wholesome. You just random roll the dice on your teammates every single game and maybe get called stars. Bonus points if you're female, and then that just gets first. Yeah. If you're wondering why most women don't talk in games, that's why. Then they don't play like a team. What do you mean? They're just go to their spot on. Let's be honest, it's CS too. Everyone's playing Dust. The CS community has a problem. You only play Dust and Mirage. You need help. Anyway, they just go A long, B long, A long. Which one's which? B is with okay, no A long with the op or op mid every time, and they're giving a lot of value by dying at the start of the round. Okay, so slow your roll. We don't. No. Let's not start. No. I will not be part of the Vertigo agenda. Okay. I will not say that it is the worst map. Okay. I won't go that far. But I am not really a fan of Vertigo. I'd go start to say that I don't like Vertigo, even. What do I like? I kind of like T-Side Inferno, but I don't like CT-Side Inferno, so that's an awkward one. Cash is good, though. I like Cash. Cash is good. No one uses utility right in the ranks. Yeah. I'm gonna like it's just cramped and it has a slightly confusing layout. It's confusing. I don't know. That's I can't. Well, I mean, I could stop it technically, but I think I won't. Even though I kind of want to, because it's wrong. You're wrong. Just you're objectively wrong. Well, Moderately objectively wrong. Hate Nuke? Yes. Okay, we can shake hands on Nuke hate. I dislike Nuke. Because Nuke is literally just, oh, have you figured out that on T side you can just rush B? Then rush B? How do you stop that at CT? Lots of utility and praying. And then they do something else. Nuke is not great. If there is one thing that I'd say definitively Valorant does better, it is map design. Their maps make sense. They're not all amazing, okay. But they also change them more often than CS, well, Valve will, if they're bad. I don't know what that means. I know that's a group of maps, but I don't know which ones that is. As long as Overpass isn't in there, sure. Train's okay. It's objectively not a great map, but it's... Okay, Train in lower elos is okay. Train when people are actually playing moderately well and like have strats and lineups and stuff, that Train suddenly becomes less fun sounding by a significant margin. Yeah, it's not great. The hostage maps are straight peak. I have literally never played hostage since CSGO. I think I played one game of that, and it was on Office. So I played one game of it, but I don't know what those are. Look, I have an excuse. There's no excuse, it's a reason. It's about the Office being the best hostage, but I don't know. I just don't like hostage. I come from a background of playing hardcore Search and Destroy in Call of Duty. Okay. That is what I grew up playing, because that was what you had available on consoles as far as like moderately tactical goes. That was it. That's all you had. Hardcore's awful. Okay, in Modern Warfare 2, it was fine. It got progressively worse over the years, but it was fine. It was... I'd say it was good in Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare 2, mind you. Black Ops... The first Black Ops was kind of a shit show, but it was fine. Black Ops 2, and then after that it just kind of devolved. By kind of, I mean it devolved. Black Ops player until 4 came out. I don't even remember which one that was. Black Ops 3 was the really weird one, right? The forest, frozen forest, and all of that. So, they all blurred together. At a certain point, Modern Warfare 3 was okay. It probably got more hate than it deserved. Here, no, see, it's here, get it? Because auditory, you hear it. You hear it. Very good ears. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Modern Warfare 3 probably got more hate than it deserved. It was fine. I didn't like the kill streak system, the point system so much, but it was fine gameplay wise. Yeah, the main thing that people didn't like about Modern Warfare 3 was that they changed how kill streaks work in terms of like it became point streaks. And people just don't like change. Also, it was a little janky sometimes, but overall it was fine. Which people realized when you got on to the next Call of Duties in the series, and then it just kept getting worse. Suddenly Modern Warfare 3 wasn't that bad. But, you know, Black Ops 2 was, but, well... No, I think World at War was still my favorite Call of Duty. I think World at War was my favorite. That was peak. Not just because you could blow people's limbs off. Okay, that's beside the point. 2019 was good. The gameplay was good. The campaign was great. But the multiplayer maps were... The spawns were dog shit. Okay, the spawns were just complete shit. They were horrible. Unequivocally. They somehow made spawn camping worse. Well, spawn trapping, not even camping, just spawn trapping. You literally couldn't leave your spawn if your team was not good enough. Not ideal. Then again, War Thunder still hasn't figured that out, so maybe it's just unsolvable. It's not true. It's just... Gaijin, please. Best way to tell a good COD is the campaign? Oh. There is a pretty decent correlation there, I'll give you that. I hadn't thought of that. Because World at War's campaign was good. Modern Warfare campaign was good. Modern Warfare 2 was good. Black Ops was... Yeah, Black Ops was good. Black Ops 2 was good. Black Ops 3 not really, kind of... Or... Modern Warfare 3's campaign was... It was solid. It wasn't amazing, but it was solid. I mean, of course. I mean, what else there be? It's just it's written in stone. That's just how it is. There will be no outliers. Don't worry about it. It's fine. There's no outliers. No outliers don't exist. That's fake. Fake news. Theater propaganda. Anyway. And then it goes horribly, 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 and then horribly, also still horribly. Ghosts was okay. Ghost was okay. Wasn't great, but it was okay. Less said about World War II, the better. Less said about the next one after that, I don't remember the name of, the better. Was it a mid-game? Yeah, it was. The campaign had its ups and downs. It was probably overall not good, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't horrible. Yeah, mid-like its campaign. Yeah, see? All I'm saying is there's an obvious correlation. It's written in stone. I don't know what more you want from me. It's just fact. That's fact. Yeah. Very forgettable. I did literally forget about all this listing stuff off until I thought about it for a second longer. So you're not wrong. Oh, man. Maybe there'll eventually be another good Call of Duty. I'm not holding out for Battlefield. Uh, but who knows? I might as well ask for a good. Sorry. Oh, what are EA calling soccer series now? They're FIFA Sports? Is it just FIFA Sports? It might be. Battlefield 6 dropped the ball so hard. No. See, okay, the thing you need to understand, I tend to have a good intuition, which isn't super useful if I don't listen to it, which I don't a lot of the time. But I do at least listen to it some of the time. And so I didn't get Black Ops 6. And I feel slightly vindicated. Because I didn't get baited by the beta. I didn't get baited. It was good. It was. And then they did stuff that I don't even remember because I just stopped paying attention to it. And so I don't know what specifically they did. I just know that people were not happy. Black Ops 6 would suck. But did you know how badly it would suck? Did you know that they would literally just try and write the campaign with AI and use it to create a grand majority of it while being in an open world? It was really just a recycled, what is it called? I can't even... Basically, their PUBG version of PUBG. Xbox doesn't interfere with developers for some reason. It's a good idea in theory, and probably somewhat in practice, because like, how do you decide when it's a good time to do that versus not? But sometimes you wish they would. Bethesda fans, I know they've run their same PS. Oh god, Bethesda. Oh. Oh, Bethesda. Yeah. That's a company that has done some things over the years. That is definitely a company that has done some things over the years. How do you go from Morrowind and Skyrim to Fallout 76? I don't get it. It just works. It just works. What can I say? Starfield. Yeah, it just works. You know, maybe it's a good thing an Elder Scrolls 6 hasn't come out yet. $1 billion trillion. Surely. And The Witcher 4 will also have no problems on release, because CDR Projekt Red is really good about that. Don't look at the last two games they released. It's not important. Don't do it. There's no causality there. No. Zero correlation. It's just happenstance. Twice. You know. I do wish I'd known about how horrible the release of Witcher 3 went before I pre-ordered Cyberpunk, but you know. Cyberpunk. I haven't even seen the first one. And before you ask about the reason for that is just really because of male main character, and I have my own hiccups there. I tend not to read books that are from the perspective of male main character, and yeah. I don't know. Getting better at it though, so I can watch that. But yeah. I do know that it was good though. So I'm kind of sad about it. But mental health first. Didn't bug too much for you? I didn't have a lot of bugs, but my main gripe with Cyberpunk is that they walked back so far on the whole censorship thing. And they didn't just stick with what they said. Also, that literally the life paths don't matter at all. That, and I didn't like the ending, which I technically never reached on my own, but I don't care to, because it suffers from Mass Effect 3 syndrome. It's actually, I think that's just a good explanation. It suffers from Mass Effect 3 syndrome. It says that all of your choices matter a ton, and some of them do, but like not a lot. And the endings are, calling them subpar would be underselling it significantly. You didn't know about their marketing before it came out? Yeah. It's a better game if you didn't. It's better because like it sold so much in like the open world and like not censorship, and like you can literally customize your own genitalia to an extent when creating your character, but you'll never see it because literally even if you have the like censoring nudity turned off, it's still censored because they did that after the fact. It wasn't like that on launch. It's not even regional censorship. It's just you just have the default underwear on, no matter what, even in cutscenes that like the romance scenes and shit. And it's funny because you can find YouTube videos where they didn't have that censored, and it's obviously patched in after the fact, that is most of what pissed me off about it. But then I think I mentioned last time there's the whole the straw that broke the camel's back was trying to craft a gun that I had to go through a lot of time and effort and a specific mission to get the blueprint of, and then it just copied the visuals of whatever gun you had in your hand previously because of a bug, so you didn't even get the weapon. I haven't played it since. It's censored? Yeah. Unless they changed it after the fact. You could probably just go on the CDPR threads on the forums, and just look up nudity and censored. You'll find like multiple large posts about that, because that was the big thing, is that they sold on not censoring stuff like that, because it's a cyberpunk game. It's literally all about that. You have joy toys and all the stuff on the side of more, I don't even know what the term is. Basically, cyberpunk really isn't shy about sexuality or sex in general, so it was kind of a really big thing. But no, they bowed down to the loud minority online who were never going to play the game in the first place, and it did so after the fact. Which, not a fan. Not a fan. This is why you should not pre-order games, though. Just don't do it. You have zero guarantee, and they have zero requirement to stick to things that they promised before launch. As long as it's a functioning game, technically you're just screwed. Looking at you, Ashes of Creation. It's on the PS5 still? Everyone else know though? Huh. It's censored on the PS5 still, not everywhere else? Or it's not censored on the PS5 and it is everywhere else? I feel like that should be obvious, but my brain is not working. And I'm not exactly the type of person to it only censored on the PS5. Oh. I'll have to look into that, because I might be more intrigued. Again, I'm not really like, ooh, nudity, yeah, like, I don't... I like things to be the way that they should be, I guess, in terms of like let's say Game of Thrones. Do I watch those exact scenes? Not really. Honestly, kind of awkward about it. But I just like it to be the setting to be what it is. It's harsh, it's realistic, and it's grim, it's gory, and it has high points and low points. And it's just allowed to be. And I like that sort of thing. Why do they keep shooting themselves in the foot? I couldn't tell you. Sony seems to want to go out of business post-haste. And they have ever since Helldivers 2. They had literally like one of the biggest games of the generation. And their bright idea was, let's take it off the market in places where they don't have PlayStation Network or online or whatever they're... I forget, it was the website or something? Some stupid thing. So you could people literally bought the game in places and then weren't able to access it for a while after. Because Sony just made it impossible. Instead of just going, oh damn, we did make a bunch of money off this. Alright, continue on. No. They just decided to shoot themselves in the foot. They didn't shoot themselves in the foot. They took a shotgun to their kneecap and just removed everything below that, basically. Because I don't think they ever recovered. Yeah, no. But anyway, I just... It's why I like, even though I don't really played it, Vampire the Masquerade, the original. I like having the option, I guess. I like having the option. Am I going to use it? No, but I like having the option. Yeah, a Sony account specifically. That's what it was. Which is really dumb. It's really, really dumb. It's just because there's no reason other than greed. It's just, we want your information. Give it to us. Give us your information. Thank you. That's literally the only reason to have a Sony account. Nothing else changes. And even now, technically, if you don't have a Sony account, you can't log in. So I don't know how they solve that in the regions where you can't have a Sony account, but it's like Microsoft requiring an Outlook account. Funny thing, Xbox Live used to require a Hotmail account because that's what they used way back in the day before Outlook existed. So take the fact that I know that. You use it how you will, but that's a thing. It was. I use Outlook. I've never used Outlook, so is Outlook just an email thing? I hate Gmail so much. Yeah, that's valid. Unfortunately, I just kind of use it for everything, so I'm lazy. But I'm not exactly a Google fangirl, so, you know, maybe I'll switch at some point. Microsoft still my info than Google. I mean, I guess Microsoft technically already has my info because Windows. Yeah, it's valid. What is privacy, really? 1984? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Oh no, the year. It's just the year, right? Yeah, no, that's interesting. Never finished it. Surprisingly enough, my school never made us read it. I think we did read Fahrenheit 451 though. I don't remember it, but yeah. It just never came up. But I know enough about it because the gist, at least. Because we're like sort of living it, kind of, sometimes. It's like Tiananmen Square. Never happened. Yeah, yeah. It's weird, actually. I'd be curious if schools still have you read it these days, or if it's just quietly disappeared from the curriculum. Well, not that I'm a conspiracy theorist or anything, but, you know. Tech bros. The tech bros really, really want you to be dumb, because they want you to rely on them for everything. Have I mentioned that I hate Grammarly? I hate Grammarly. Just because of what it represents. It's just such an obvious crutch. And you know, anyone who uses Grammarly is not going to learn to not need to use Grammarly, because they'll just use Grammarly because it's faster, easier, and if they ever don't have it, they're completely screwed. Can't wait for it to affect you. Yeah, I'm not excited about whatever the potential outcome of that is going to be in terms of, because there's going to be something negative from it. It's just a guarantee. Not looking forward to it. It's inevitable, and you know, omelets and eggs and whatnot. Just a thing. But has anyone ever unironically said you can't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs and not been a villain in some story or another? Because I feel like that's literally only villains that use that line. Specifically only villains. Doesn't make it not true sometimes, but you know. It's not exactly happy-go-lucky line. Grammarly can be useful, but never in excess. Yes. I would say that using Grammarly, like, you've written it all out, you're pretty sure you got most of it, and you just give it one pass through with like Grammarly or something. Because you will miss stuff. That's why you have editors or whatnot for when you're writing a book and stuff. You'll miss things because your human brain is really funny like this. You can literally mistype, like, or entirely misphrase something, and you'll know what you meant it to be. So in your brain, that's what it is, but that's not what's literally there in front of you. It's fantastic, really. Love it. It's a great feature in Human OS, whatever version we're on at this point. Are we still at version 1? I hope not. God, that needs upgrades. But generative AI, in theory, very useful. In reality, it just kills your creativity. Because people cannot use stuff in excess. Also, it does literally steal things. Humans are in version 2. Okay, so that's, at least we aren't AI. Well, I'm just saying, not having to eat would be it'd be kind of nice sometimes. Kind of nice. But I'm also, I wouldn't say like heavy transhumanist, but yeah, I'm kind of about efficiency and convenience, sort of, but not like overly convenience. Not convenience at the cost of, what is quality? Quality. Very useful for the medical sector. Yeah, I think that's one of the few places where it's just like outright useful and good. Because for running stuff like genomes for potential uh, vaccines and cures or whatnot, and coming stuff like that, it can just do more of them. And then, you know, you do testing after the fact, because like, if you just take what it gives you and it's like, okay, that's it then, and just use it, you're an idiot. But it significantly shortens the process and should theoretically help create cures to many diseases that currently don't have them, because it's you only get research into vaccines and cures when it's monetarily feasible, in terms of someone cares a lot and gave money for it. Which is a random segue into the cyclothon that CDOG VA runs every year for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Not the other idea. Okay. The Immune Deficiency Foundation? Because that is a very complicated disease that is also technically a bunch of different diseases. Kind of, sort of, but not really. And a lot of people don't know about it. So it's like, yeah. 1.4 mil to that's a lot. That's a lot of people. Oof. I do kind of wonder if that's gonna just okay. Music. Continue. I'm on to you. I do kind of wonder if it's gonna just like keep going up. No, because they had I forget how much they were in the first year. Was it like 400,000 or something? It went up a little the year after that. And then again the next year, and then not this year, but the year before they at 1.2 million. And this year they at 1.4 million. Which, I mean, realistically, even if they only earned like $500,000, that's still a lot. And very beneficial. And how many of you have seen $500,000? I haven't seen $500,000. Yeah, no. But I do wonder, like, because like they've got to be running out of routes that they can do in Japan. Do they go international? Do they just reuse the ones that they have done before, but like slightly change it? I don't know. I've seen like attendance stacks. The dream is to make at least like 250,000 or something a year, but that's not likely. You don't want to know how many views we'd have to get on a YouTube video to earn $250,000 a year. Yo. Yeah. Still looking to step up. So. Be nice, but no. International would be very cool though. Be interesting. Because the thing you do have to keep in mind though is road laws and bicycle laws and safety are not the same, never mind equal everywhere. Because like in the US there's places where it's like, damn, that's like great. You have an entire bike lane to yourself, it's like almost a car width. It's perfectly safe. And then you get out in the middle of nowhere and it's like, I'm in danger. Racially acquired. Family is full of criminals. Are you saying that Ohio might have criminals? That's bold. Yeah. Also, I don't know like a default response to that. Funnily enough, it hasn't come up before. I know. Weird. They're getting concerts. Happy for you. Yeah. Historically speaking, as long as you pay taxes, the government doesn't care. Okay, as long as you're paying taxes and you don't hurt people. Asterisks in quantities is dark as that kind of makes it, that makes them have to care, then they don't care. They have a lot of things to keep track of. Crime is only okay if you're not caught. I feel like I'm obligated to disagree with that. Please don't shoot me, YouTube. I'm not advocating anything. But, you know, I mean, you're only a criminal if you're caught, as I'm saying. Technically speaking, the majority of the population has been a pirate at some point or another. Not me, though. No, I'm a good girl. Yeah. Not at all, because I get overly paranoid about that, and then also because my luck, I would definitely get screwed over. But you know, a law-abiding citizen, not like the movie, a good movie, which I think I only really saw because my mom was obsessed with Gerard Butler. Still a good movie though. 99% of gamblers quit right before they hit it big. Exactly. Don't ask about the other side of that statistic. Don't ask. There's no downside. Just okay, gambling's like statistically horrible because most people don't know when to stop. But gambling, it can pay out big. It can pay out really big. Arguably, I'm gambling at the moment, sort of, because, like, you know, you could literally say 99% of YouTubers stop before they hit big. Probably a little bit lower than 99%, but you know, I'm just saying. Oh god, I am actually just... I play gacha games. I think it's just cooked. It's just cooked. Yeah, no. Oh, well, that's awkward. Anyway. Lovely face. Love that. Drinking water face. Fantastic. We give you workout enough? Like this bound to hit? That's the goal. This is one of those times where being aware, I guess, isn't technically the most useful, because if you think about it statistically, everyone, okay, ignoring the fact that I do think that pretty much everyone can reach some level of success in content creation, okay? It's just a mixture of passion and hard work put in. And luck, because luck is with everything, but yeah. But it's not guaranteed. It's never guaranteed. And also, yeah, it's about knowing what to do when you get the chance, even though you technically arguably get multiple chances if you're doing good content-wise. Still gotta do it. Penguins. Well, why does that name sound familiar? Or is this a different penguin? Because the only penguin I know was a Rainbow Six Siege Pro. But it still sounds familiar. Voice critic, that's right. That's why I always look at his channel and say, wait, why is that the name of the channel? Because that's, yeah. Yeah, no, he's literally just a guy who talks on the internet. He is funny, though. You gotta give him that. Credit where credit's due. His delivery is good, but, you know. Although realistically, I don't even know if I'd want that level of attention. Oh boy. Like a medium lucky. Medium lucky would be fine. I'd be okay with medium lucky. Like the few times that I've had like 10 or so people in chat, already brain, not the greatest. So I do need, okay, things that I do need to do: exercise more, drink enough water, and eat food on an actual regular schedule. That tends to help with the whole brain power thing. I know, weird, odd concept. But well, still fun. I also need to fix that animation because it's a little jerky. And then it does that. So like I need to redo that. It's on the list somewhere. But yeah. You really do. Yeah, you do. Okay, so okay. I'm nowhere near that. I have many years of playing sports to thank for being in decent shape, but I should still be. I need to be in better shape because I've been doing a little too much sedentary activity, which is funny way to phrase that, but need to move more. Sometimes being efficient can not be great because it's like, well, I don't need to move, so why should I move? Because it's good. It also helps with mental health too, in case you didn't know that. Value, no, value use is already a thing. That's Womble. That's Soviet Womble, right? I also need to come up with a name for you guys. I really should. Live running. See, that's the. I blame ADHD because it is entirely ADHD's fault. But hey, treadmills are bad for your knees, so I don't do that. But then, like, I guess also depression, being parents. But so image issues, so not really going outside. But I did used to play hockey a lot. And stop eating content. See, I don't have that. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I did the opposite side of eating unhealthily because I get ADHD, hyper focus on stuff, and then forget to eat. So technically, I also eat unhealthily, just not in the enjoyable way. Yeah, it's a pretty common problem for geniuses, you know. So like, I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying I'm a genius, but I'm just saying that, like, in very intelligent people, it is a tendency to just kind of forget stuff like this. I'm just, you know, there could be some correlation there. Anyway, hey, treadmills, yeah, same. Same. But yeah, getting my brain to motivate for exercise, although I did learn that if you just do like 30 push-ups a day, it does a lot for you health-wise. In terms of just like cardiovascular, which is weird because I thought like cardiovascular usually think, okay, so like long extended bouts of exercise, like continuous exertion. But I guess it works, so that's something I've been working on. It's better than nothing, even if, like, you know, it's a trans woman, you really want huge upper body in that sense. It's a balance. Squats, stuff, work on it. I'm not about to go weightlift a bunch, but yeah, it's called talented all throughout your youth. Relatable, yeah. Do not want gym bun. Yeah, same. I like toned. Toned is like what I like. So basically like body weight exercises, what you could achieve with that. That'd be the most of what I'd want. I don't need more than that, let's be honest. Also, I like flexibility. Yeah. But yeah. What's that pressure though? Expectations, I guess, rather, as far as the whole, like, label of talented. Also doesn't help that I, like, tend to get unmotivated about things that are too easy, which I mentioned with the whole CS2 thing. Just annoying, because, like, logically, it's like, okay, obviously better. Should do better. Brain. Brain no want work. No. Which isn't even being lazy, it's just lack of motivation. Talented but lazy. Oh, where have I heard that before? Not me, certainly not me. Yeah, I used to take books to read in math class because it was boring. So I still maintain that math doesn't make sense, okay? It's imaginary numbers. You could have done whatever you wanted with it. Can we please stop just building on top of a bunch of other stuff and making it overly complicated? Anyway. Yeah. It's kind of just a massive, like, what's the word? It's a hallmark of ADHD. Is very capable, but doesn't do a lot. Usually gets called lazy because just brain works differently. Literally built different. World hasn't caught up yet, it is what it is. Working on it though. Me, not the world. Well, kind of, but mostly me. Manic depression? Oh boy. That I can, well, I just depression, but... Okay, see the thing is, ADD and ADHD are technically the same thing. Although, though, literally, it's just... ADD is the old... name. I wanted something fancier. ADHD is the new one when they went like, oh, actually, you could also do this. It's not just not paying attention. It could also be like hyper-focusing on things. So that's what I have on top of autism. Technically undiagnosed, but like, you know. Something duck, 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 duck thing smells like quack. Anyway. Yeah. But you know, I just get normal depression. That is then doing better though. Another thing that exercise helps with, by the way, holy speaking, please, tongue, participate post haste, thank you. Basically exercise is the wonder drug is what I'm getting at, and you should do it. And you'll live longer. I'm just saying. What else did I have on my list to do? I had some other stuff. I say, after having finally... Still don't say this music is perfect. Oh, I never did ask about the balance. Oh, I did check the balance, so I guess I know that the balance is correct. Balancing. I don't know, set a deadline on when I should start the ASMR thing. Would that be helpful? Not really. Yeah, probably not. Who's this mystery person you've been talking to? Nani? I do think aloud a lot, which is useful for streaming. Oh boy. Just thinking about not like having a quiet or non-existent chat, not doing games, just doing just chatting stuff, not having plans, and then also not doing like React content. That'd have to be one of the most awkward streams to just click onto. So I dodged that bullet. But yeah, the answer is myself. Look, as long as you don't respond, then it's fine. It's just thinking aloud. Totally fine. What do you... One sec. Oh, tacos. USD takes up a lot of your response time. Yeah, stream games like that. Yeah. Yeah. It works for some people, but I personally don't think that I'm good enough at it to make it doing that. No. My charm comes from my witty commentary and one-liners. Ask Joker. Yeah. Who disappeared at some point. I literally saw him. Oh. You saw nothing. If you crashed driving home, I would be severely mad. Anyway. You need to be good to do games. That's partially my own expectation, but yeah. Technically. But to get off by purely on the gameplay, you generally speaking need to be in like the 0.1% in order to do that. You can do games without being really good at them though, but then it becomes more of a presentation thing. And luck, but also how you present it. So it's a work in progress. Drunk driving should be a sport. I feel like that's a bad precedence, personally. As much as that has become a trend in VTubers for some unknown reason. Yeah. maybe not recommended. It's a skill. It's a skill that you should never really be using, but it is a skill. Also highly illegal. Don't like actually drink and I feel like I shouldn't need to say this, but don't like actually drink and drive. VOD watchers, yeah, talking to you. Hi. Again, we're going back to the whole needing to always be lucky versus just being unlucky once. Yeah. Pretty poignant. But I'm not about to stop you from drunk driving in video games. That is literally harming nobody, so if you want to do that, go for it. I, however, neither drink nor really drive at the moment, so yeah. One of them is because I'm pretty sure my liver would kill me. Only slightly metaphorically. The second one is I just don't have anywhere to drive. Also cars falling apart. But yeah. Drunk driving should only be performed by professionals. I feel like we're slightly dodging the point here. But yeah. Cars are too expensive. I mean, there's also the like loss of life, but yeah. If nothing else, it is an expensive. What do you even call that? Experience? I feel like experience isn't great, but yeah. Me personally, I'd be more onto the whole like people who they impact the lives of in terms of killing them or maiming them, which I'll leave you to decide which one's worse. Depends on the person, really. But yeah, the collateral's yeah. Also, if you do not kill them, then you have to pay their medical bills for the rest of their life. So I'm just saying, like, there's a large cost. Also, you tend to get your license taken away and or thrown into jail. So like there's, you know. Penelope Scott. Know who clue that is, but happy for you. I really don't keep up with recent anything, do I? I don't. Maybe the like board between worlds, just watching things was like not exactly just real. Yeah. Yeah. See, I wasn't living in a rock. I was living in another dimension. It's different. Yeah. You like weird music? Define weird music. It's like I feel like that's pretty much just subjective. And then most people like listening to music outside of the genre they enjoy would just call it weird. Me personally, I tend to listen to cinematic like scores and whatnot, music for movies and such. But I also listen to other stuff. I kind of listen to everything except country, realistically. Vocaloids, tiny bands by like 2 people, and just about all music. Oh, that's cool. Is that a band? Sing synthesis software developed by the Yamaha Corporation. Hmm. I see. Oh, didn't know that was a thing. Now I know. Haven't found an entire genre you completely hate it. That's good. One or two good. Yeah, I'll give country that. It just tends to mostly be about drinking, potentially beating your wife, or significant other. Uh, Tragic romance, that sort of thing. Uh, yeah, it's not super my thing. Breakcore. No clue what that is. I've literally never, I come to think of it, I've literally never heard anything by Meeker, which is funny, because you think I would as a VTuber, but no. That's funny. Fascinated. Oh, misspelled break. I'm just talented, truly. Chaotic, high-tempo electronic music genre that emerged from jungle, hardcore, and drum and bass in the mid to the why is there double and whatever to the mid-late 1990s. How have I not heard of this? Oh, weird. You think I would have, but I guess not. But yeah, I tend to not really know the names of artists. I just hear the songs. Unless they're really big, obviously, like Katy Perry was, is, I have no clue. Imagine Dragons, Linkin Park, ones that I've like listened to a bunch of their songs a lot, and I tend to know. But other than that, not really. Yeah, most of the music I listen to tends to come from games. Either because it was like used in the like licensed to be used in the game, or just attached to it in some way. Like League's music basically, which is like most of the reason why I play League, because of the music. Megan Thee Stallion? Never heard of him. Whoever that is, I have no clue. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, what the hell? Okay, there we go, fixed. There we go. On it. Literally, I don't. I don't listen to a lot of rap. The only rap that I really listen to is Eminem. Some Iggy Azalea. But I haven't really gone looking for it at all. I tend to not go looking for it, period. But I hear it sometimes. Now, Arctic Monkeys. I only listen to 2 of their songs, but I like them. Rap's a good genre. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but yeah, no, it's. I was gonna say it's hard to find a bad. No, there's definitely bad rap songs. Okay, no, I've heard. Oh no, what's his name? Literally, one of them mentored Eminem at some point. Gangster's Paradise. Whoever's did that, I don't remember their name for whatever reason. But yeah, no, rap's great. A little more. Dog, are you dying? Okay. You know Miles, the greatest rap artist of this generation? So this is gonna sound repetitive. Never heard of him. Very innovative and big. I like innovation. There is a limited amount of how innovative you can be with a lot of things because pretty much everything's been done before, but it's still possible. You know Miles. Right. No promises that I remember that, but I can try. I can also close that because I forgot it was there. Hmm. Music do what music do I usually listen to? Well, if I open up my iTunes, yes. Well, if I open up the plays that I usually listen to, just because this is what I've been using, but oh, yeah, let's do that. When not Spotify, because too many ads. We have Sucker from Arcane, Season 2. Glorious, which is Macklemore, The Real Slim Shady, Can't Hold Us. Stressed Out, which is 21 Pilots. Natural, Whatever It Takes to Imagine Dragons. Ragabone Man, because Human is a very good song. Eminem. Hand Clap is in. How do I even find that? I don't remember. Tantrums. Die For You, which is courtesy of Valorant. Nefarious Theme. League of Legends champion. Gods, also League of Legends, but by New Jeans. Enemy. I don't need to explain that, do I? So a mix, really. Oh, also, yes. A song I can't pronounce because it's in Chinese lettering. No, I can't think of the name. Whatever. Brain, please. Anyway, from Zenless, if you saw Miyabi's trailer, the story one, where it's like actually animated, it's from that one. More 21 Pilots, but from Arcane this time. More Arcane songs. Oh, We All Live Together, which is Warframe. More Arcane. More League of Legends. Running for Your Life, which is Wuthering Waves. Which is just a good song generally, but also because Casey Lee Williams sings that one, who did most of the all of the Ruby soundtrack as far as singing. Arctic Monkeys, Linkin Park, and another Hoyo song, Layers of the Blazing Sun, which is from Starret. So really eclectic, basically. I hear it, I like it, I pick it up, and then I just shove it into a playlist. So non-autism answer to that, which didn't give unnecessary information, would I guess be video game music? I'm aware, okay. It doesn't help me in the moment, but like after the fact, when I'm not hyper fixated on the finishing, then I know. But yeah, so video game music and Stuff that I hear from shows or movies, basically. Which may or may not be the actual scores of the said film or show. Depends. I tend to like things that are attached to a moment, is what I tend to notice. Horrible sentence structure, but whatever. The Gesundheit? Follow and letters. Avenged Sevenfold. I guarantee I've heard one of their songs, but I don't think I've ever picked one of them up. I also couldn't name them off the top of my head. So yeah. Exit. Far. The hell? That's the battle. They even have music in games. I've probably, depending on the type of game, definitely heard of them, but again, I don't know. I don't know artists. I don't know names. Whoops. That's obviously because they're just not good enough for me to know and memorize. It's not that I suck at memorizing names or remembering things like that. No, not at all. It's not related in the slightest to ADHD. No. Or hear that game. Rock band would be my guess. But Black Ops, that's so long ago, I don't think I'd remember that. I'd probably remember it if I heard it, but I don't think I need to go into why that won't be happening on stream. But, yeah. But, oh, distracted by Fly again. So they're a metal band. I had to have heard some. Because I know that they're a big band. Right, they were big. Maybe still, I don't actually know. Are they still around? Couldn't tell you. They just don't know anything off the top of my head. Flies are awful. Agreed. Necessary, technically, or so I've heard, but still awful. Yeah, I don't think I've ever searched out anything music on its own. Oh well. Something to do in the future, if I remember. Which is not a guarantee, in the slightest. My memory is both good and not. It's great. But see, I wear headphones all the time. It's not a problem. Yep. No worries. Don't have to worry about that. I don't actually like wearing headphones as much. I kind of wish that I had speakers, but it is what it is. And then I can, yeah. I've seen the net problem you were alluding to. Usually over grassy fields. And then the sun hits just right and they're like, oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of gnats. As oh. Yeah, you should probably get on that. say I need to vacuum again soon because we have 3 dogs. If you have animals, I don't think I need to expound upon that any further than we have 3 dogs. Yeah. Yeah. That's a thing to do. Oh. Battery. Repeating slightly though, so I think I call it there. Probably go stare at the. I'm just gonna have pasta, aren't I? I think I'm stuck having pasta. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna have pasta. Okay, relax. Relax. The cat is not the greatest animal. You're welcome to your opinion, you're wrong, but you're welcome to your opinion. I'm not at all biased. Don't even. But, what is it for today? Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And it won't be a week until the next stream, in all likelihood, because it was 2 days since the last one. Unless it's really hot. Fox, obviously. But yeah, unless it's really hot. What is today? Today's Friday. Oh, hey, I keep my Friday streak going. Maybe Monday, but hey, if you want to know when I go live, just join the Discord. It's actually down below this time. So I'm not just saying that. It's actually down there. And if you're a bot, I will be obliged to ban you. But, you know, it's quiet. Comments. I'm shy. Those are the people who joined are shy. It is what it is. It'll pick up eventually. Last stream was not in the Discord. Should have been. Yeah, that was. If you scroll up to the top, there is a channel that is called Going Live. It should have pinged everyone. If you have the stream notice tag, then it does. But I guess hashtags. But I did post it. Unless Discord did some weird fucky wucky shit, in which case. Thanks, Discord. What is the visibility? No, that's, you know, that's visible to everyone. Okay, I thought I messed it up. King Game Charles. Without knowing your Discord, I couldn't tell you. But I mean, well, link's down below. If you're already in it, I won't do anything, I guess. Or I messed something up. Or Discord just hates me. Anything's possible. But I'm getting distracted. Discord called Buffy Tales in. Yep, that's it. Don't ask where that thing was going. I don't know. I think I'm kind of stuck with it at this point, though. I also don't know what the hell else I'd call it, so it is what it is. And it stands by the whole idea of, like, wanderers trickling in adventure and that sort of thing, so. Discord probably just hates me. Oh my god, same! Same! Actually, that is the case. Then I guess I know. Oh! No, okay, see, I think I know what the problem is. If you take a look at your roles, you don't actually have the stream notification role. So it doesn't notify you. I really hope I didn't mess something up in the whole onboarding portion. I need to relook at that. Yeah. So that would be why. Which means I didn't fully mess up for once. Okay, someone else new joined. Right, so I can see. Okay, well that's okay. No, I messed up. I think. The good news is that you can always get the roles, I think? It seems so. I really need to do more looking into Discord. Because it's a lot though. It's a lot. I don't even remember where to look for the onboarding stuff. Server settings? Ah, it is server settings. Onboarding default channels. Is that it? Net guilds. Okay, I know. Okay, that is there. I guess it's... If you join the Discord, you just have to click the... I'm gonna have to... I can just do that now. Streams. I'm stupid, and I had it still on Twitch. Do I change? I'm gonna remove Twitch chatting, and we're just gonna go with that. Okay, so save. Okay, so I have fixed that. Do I change YouTube to videos? I think I just leave that. I feel like it's the point across more so than Twitch, which I don't stream on anymore because, yeah, I'm stupid. Anyway, see you probably next week. I doubt I'll stream this weekend, even if I'm not doing anything on 4th of July. Oh yeah, it is midnight for you. Good luck with the fireworks. They don't bug me, they bug my dogs. Gotta become a gift shop. Okay, relax. Let's relax. I don't love gambling that much. Alright, that's maybe a step too far. Okay, like my platform really needs a little bit more moderation, at least to not be nuked by someone for running copyright or running into copyright. Anyway, not the point. I got really distracted. The link is fixed. Click the stream notifications if you want those, and I'll see you next time. Later.